welcome to my channel. Okay, and please just do subscribe in the channel, and thank you in advance about that. Okay, so today what I'm going to talk about is, first of all, I'm going to talk about Nkosi, who's Nkosi, where I come from, and how did I get here. Okay, and secondly, I'm just going to talk about my channel, the purpose of my channel, what I'm going to be posting in my channel, when and how, and all of that. Okay, so but first let's just quickly introduce myself, tell you who I am. Okay, by the way, born and bred in Eastern Cape, I've said that, in Bizana actually. So when I got to high school, that was 2012. So I happened to associate myself with a lot of people who didn't love maths. Okay, they hated maths with all their hearts, So when I got to high school, I already had an attitude that there's this maths thing, and they say they solve for x and all of that, and it's very difficult. So I really can't deal with that. So fine, I made a decision, maths is not for me, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So grade 10, I did commerce. I chose commerce, which is accounting and maths. That's fine. So everything else, accounting, business studies, economics, and every economics, you name, Xhosa, English, whatever, I was fine. I was getting my 50s, and I was cool with that. And then there's mathematics. Wow, okay, it was something else. So one thing I can tell you about my mathematics in grade 10, I never got more than 29%, which is the whole year I was getting what? Level 1. Okay, and one story I remember about my level 1 in grade 10 is one day I didn't come to school, I went somewhere, I don't know where. So they wrote maths paper, class test. Okay, so I didn't write it, I wasn't there. So I was gonna write the next day after everyone has wrote it, and that was fine. So a serious person would have gone and looked for a paper, practiced the paper and all of that, and then they pass. So here is Nkosi. I didn't do it. I didn't do anything. I just went there. Next morning I wrote. I got, I think it was 11% or 12%, and I remember that guy shouting at me like, "You Mugai, you are stupid, you are just a fool, and no one can help you about that, because people were writing this paper yesterday, and by today, I mean, you know everything that was in the paper, so you should have passed like with flying colors and all of that." And I didn't care. I was like, Mugai, I hate maths anyway, So 2012, I got level 1 in maths the whole year. Came 2013 when I was doing my grade 11. First test, I still remember, it was out of 50, mathematics. I got 8 out of 50, and I was very happy about my 8 out of 50, I didn't even care, it's 8 out of 50, So fine, we went to March to write what is called control test. I think it is out of 100. Okay, so what happened is I wrote the test, I got 18 out of 100. That's 18%. That's a job well done to me, and I didn't care. 18% or no 18%, I didn't care at all, up until what happened is a few weeks after that, I met with a friend of mine, and we were just talking about what do you want to do after grade 12 and all of that, So he mentioned chartered accountancy, He said he's considering doing chartered accounting or become economics and all of that. You see, and I was like, okay, I don't even know what it's that. I'll check it out. So there I was reading a newspaper, and then boom, there's this chartered accountants thing, And when I see it, the requirement says maths 60%, English 60%. I was like, wow, I thought I'm gonna do this thing too. But now they mentioned 60% mathematics. Where the hell am I gonna get 60% in mathematics, And fine, 60% in English, I can get it. But mathematics, no. Okay, that is fine. So later that day, I went home. Funny thing happened that day. Everywhere I walk in the village, people would look at me and laugh. People would look at me and laugh. And I was totally confused. I didn't know what exactly was happening. Everyone was laughing at me in the village that day. Up until I met a guy and I asked him, my guy, what is happening? Everywhere I go, people are laughing at me. And he laughed at me also. And fortunately, he was my friend. He laughed at me and he told me the story, what happened exactly. So he told me, today we had him. Oh, he was doing grade 12, by the way. Today, he told me that today grade 12, all the grade 12s were combined in one class, and we were doing maths. So your grade 11 teacher came today, and he taught us maths, And what he said is there is a guy who's doing grade 11 commerce. He stays there at the back in the corner, and he doesn't know maths. And I don't understand what's wrong with him. He doesn't know maths, and he is very young to be that stupid, When he told me that, something happened in my heart that day, I remember. And I was like, wow, he said that. I said, yeah, he said that. I said, okay, that's fine. I went home. I was very stressed thinking about this maths thing. That, okay, so I'm a complete failure, I'm stupid. I'll never crack this maths thing. And I remember that time we were approaching June exams, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we are approaching June exams. And I decided, you know what? I don't know maths, I'm failing maths. But maybe I can try, and see where this maths thing take me. So I decided that, okay, I'm gonna bunk school for a week and I'm gonna do this maths. So imagine a level 1 doing maths on his own with no one to help and all of that, And that was fine. So I locked myself up at home. I solved X for a week. Second week, I did patterns. Because I think I bunked school for 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. First week I did X, and then the second week I did number patterns, And then 2 weeks before June exam, I did other things. So now I was fine with X, I was fine with number patterns and all of it. So I did other things, just to make sure that maybe I get at least level 3 and all of that. So if I get level 3, maybe I will have hope that one day I'll pass maths. I studied hard, very hard, for that paper. And when I walked out of that paper, on the day of exam, I was sure that for the first time, I have passed maths. and we went to June holidays. When we came back, I still remember the day. So the teacher walks in our class and he says, "You know what, guys? I give up. You people, you don't know maths. Can you imagine that in this class, only one person passed maths, and that person, he happened to be on top of all the grade 11s. See, and everyone was surprised. Who is this? Who passed maths in this class? Because we know no one can pass maths in here. So the guy, okay, this is the part that I love the most about this story. So there was a guy. I won't name the guy. He was very clean, presentable, and all of that. He was a good guy. So you could trust him when you see that, okay, this is the guy who can do maths. So that guy, the teacher, he said, "Congratulations," and then he named him. "Congratulations, my guy. You did well. Congratulations, and you are on top of all the grade 11s." And I was like, wow, okay, that guy is the highest, and we all failed maths. But wow, I thought I was sure about this paper, that at least I got level 2 or level 3 this time around. But how did it happen? Okay, it's fine, I'll try next time. So the teacher said, "Okay, I'm coming back. We're gonna do the revision. We're gonna do that paper again." You see? I said, "Okay, it's fine." He walked out, he came back. So when we were revising, so he was just standing there giving us the questions to do. So us, those who are weak in maths, we were given those little questions, easy ones, and we solved them. So every question that is difficult was given to that guy. And he was given the first question, he couldn't do it. Second question, he couldn't do it. And then now the teacher got angry. My guy, how did you pass, Gandhi? And then, how did you pass, Gandhi? Fine. My guy didn't reply. Fine. So again, he continued giving us those questions in our level because we are weak and all of that. For that time, he gave this guy a question again. Then my guy couldn't do the question. Oh, okay. I'm leaving out something. My name is Nkosi, right? Fine. So he didn't even know the name of this guy, of that guy. He called him Vumba. That's my surname. And I was like, no, man, that's my surname. When did this guy become Vumba now? Okay, that's fine. So now when he gave him the question for that time and he couldn't do it, the guy got angry and said, okay, let's start here. First of all, I'm not Vumba. So you can't keep on giving me difficult questions and all of that. And the teacher asked, "Haibo, you are not Vumba. And then if you're not Vumba, who's Vumba?" And then he pointed at me. I was there in the corner. He said, "There is Vumba." I wish you were there to see his face, the teacher. He walked to me slowly. "Wow, you have causing Vumba. Okay, congratulations. You are the one who passed the test and became on top of all the grade 11s. Here is a chalkboard. Go and solve that for us." You know what I did? I stood up and I quoted him. I said, "No, I can't do that question. I am that guy, that young guy who stays in the corner, who doesn't know anything, who is completely stupid and you don't understand how, because he's young, so you can't expect me to go and solve that. And for the fact that you came in here and you saw someone who's worthy of my name, then it means I'm not worthy of my name, and it means I can't be the person to go and solve that. What he did is he didn't reply. He just walked out slowly, solved everything by himself, and then he walked out. When he walked out, he called me, apologized, and I said, okay, it's cool, I forgive you. From that day onwards, I started doing maths often, more often, over and over and over and over again. By the time we got to grade 12, I remember he came to me and said, I trust you. Please give me level 5, level 6, or level 7 in grade 12. I said, it's fine, I'll try my best. Which was cool. And okay, I left out something in all of this. I have a friend of mine. His name is Babala Babat, He's doing MPCHP. He's starting to be a doctor. And he's very clever, but he also had a problem that year in grade 11. At least his problem was better, because one test would pass, next test fails, one test pass, and the guy gave him a name. He said, you are primer stove, because you just bam, and then again, you see. So 2014, this guy and I, we got together. We made a decision that, okay, this year we're gonna become friends, first of all, and secondly, we're gonna study together, we're gonna study hard. He knew he wanted to be a doctor and I wanted to be a CA, so we said we're gonna work hard this year, and we really worked hard in 2014. And I went to go study for become accounting. He went to go study for medicine. So I did my become accounting, graduated become accounting. I've done my CTA, passed my CTA, and then I wrote my ITC last year, and I passed it. Okay, and last year I trained with Auditor General of South Africa in East London. I did my 1 year articles in East London HSA, and this year I'm with SNGGT in Johannesburg. I'm still doing my articles in auditing. So, moral of the story: don't let a person tell you are a fool. Don't let a person tell you you can't do it. Because there inside you, there's someone. That someone is capable of doing anything. So if it wasn't for that teacher, if it wasn't for that maths teacher, I wouldn't be here today, because nothing was gonna motivate me to do better or anything. And I'm really grateful to him, because I got to pass maths, I got to become accounting that I love so much, and it's all thanks to him. Okay, so that's all for today, or that's all for this video. Please share the video, subscribe,